Hello everyone, I am Professor Sachin Mohan Gage from Sanjeevani KBP Polytechnic Kopargaon. Welcome all of you in Sanjeevani Lecture Management System. In the last class, we started the application of the electrolysis and we studied the one application of the electrolysis, that is your electroplating. In today's lecture, we are going to see the second application of your electrolysis, that is your electro refining. So refining in the sense to obtain the extra pure metal from the impure metal. Electro in the sense by passing the electrical current. Electro in the sense electron, and we know that the flow of electron is nothing but the electrical current. So what do you mean by the electro refining? Electro refining is the process in which the pure metal is obtained from the impure metal by the method of electrolysis, in the sense by passing the electrical current into the electrolyte. That process are known as the electro refining. So let's see what is the process of the electro refining. We are going to take one example, that is the electro refining of your copper metal. So what happened? The blister copper, in the sense the ores of the coppers which contain the impurity, they are subjected for the metallurgical operation, that is for the metallurgical process. And after the reduction reaction, you will get the copper which is 95 to 96% pure, and it contain 3 to 4% or maximum 5% of the impurity. For the specific purposes, we required the pure metal. For example, for the electrical conductivity, we required a pure copper which may be 100% pure, not the 100% pure, but uh, it may be 99.99% pure. So that's why the blister copper, in the sense the copper which contain the 3 to 5% of the impurity, means it contain 95 to 96% of pure copper. So here the impure copper, that is called as the blister copper, they are obtained by the extraction, and which contain about 3 to 5% of the impurities. The impurities like your the non-metal or the metallic impurities. For example, it contains the sulfur, arsenic, zinc, nickel, some precious metal, that is your superior metal, that is your silver, aurum, and the platinum. Such a impure copper is not fit to be used for an electrical conductivity, or they are not used as an electrical conductor due to the presence of appreciable amount of pure impurities. So therefore the appreciable amount of the impurity, if they are present in a copper, then it lower the electrical conductivity of the copper. So it is necessary to remove the such type of the impurities which are present in a copper. So here the copper with 100% purity is required for electrical conductivity, and hence the crude, that is the blister copper, crude copper, that is your blister copper, is refined by the process of electro refining. The electro refining of copper is carried out in a large lead line tank, that is the tank which is made from the steel, but they are coated by means of the lead metal, so as to increase the conductivity of that tank. The crude or the impure copper is cast into the large plates, means the blister copper, which is a impure copper, they are cast into the large number of the plates or the blocks, and they are suspended. Such type of the impure copper, that is the blister copper, which are cast into the large number of the plates or the blocks, they are suspended into the tank, that is your lead line tank, at regular interval, and they act as a anode. So all these blister copper which are cast into the several plates or into the blocks, they are made as a anode, in the sense that the blocks, they are connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So here in this case the concept is that whose purification is to be carried out, they are made as a anode, means they are connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and therefore it is act as a anode. Cathodes are the thin plates of pure copper. So here the refining of the copper is to be carried out. So here the cathode is used in this case is your the thin pure plate of your copper. So the cathodes are the thin plates of your pure copper, and each pure copper, that is your cathode, they are suspended in between the two plates of your anodes. So anodes are nothing but the impure copper, that is your blister coppers. Blister coppers, they are made as an anode, and the pure plate of your copper, they are immersed, or they are placed in between the two cathodes, that is the in between the two blister copper plates. Here we are going to use the own salt solution of your copper. So generally the 50% copper sulfate solution, they are used as a electrolyte, and which containing 5 to 10% of sulfuric acid. Why we are going to why we are going to add the 5 to 10% of the sulfuric acid into the copper sulfate, so as to increase the conductivity of the electrolyte. So copper sulfate is our electrolyte. So here the blister copper, which is made as a anode, the pure copper strip, which are made as a cathode, both the anode and the cathodes, they are immersed in a electrolyte, and anode and the cathode, that is your blister copper and the pure copper strip, they are connected to the battery. So one is connected to the negative, that is the pure copper strip is a negative terminal, so that pure copper strip is act as a cathode, and your blister copper, that is your impure copper whose refining is to be done or to be carried out, are made as a anode, which are connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So here is the schematic diagram or the representation of your electro refining. So this is the lead line tank in which the electrolysis reaction is carried out. So this is the example of what electrolytic cell. This one here the abbreviation is used ACACAC. So that A represent the anode, and here the A means the impure copper, that is your blister copper. So here I already told you that these blister coppers, which are impure copper, they are cast into the large plates, okay, and they are immersed at the regular intervals into the electrolyte. So they are immersed into the electrolyte, that is your copper sulfate solution. Here the electrolyte take is your 50% copper sulfate solution with the some amount of the dilute sulfuric acid. So they are dipped into the electrolyte. So here anode, so they are placed, or they are dipped at the regular interval into the electrolyte, and they are made as a anode, means they are connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Here the C means the cathode. Here we are going to take the pure copper strip, and they are immersed, or they are placed exactly in between the two impure copper, that is your blister copper, that is your anode, and they are connected to the here the negative terminal of the battery, and they are going to made as a cathode. This is the schematic representation for the electro refining process. Okay, so here what happen, we are going to pass an electrical current into the electrolyte. So what happen here, see here, here, by passing an electrical current into the electrolyte, the copper from the anode with the traces of more active metals, that is your impurity, zinc, ferrous, nickel, silver, platinum, aurum, or it may be a sulfur, which is the impurity, they are goes into the solution as a metallic ion. Whereas the less active metal, the impurities may be of your less active metal or the more active metal. If your blister copper contain the impurities like your silver or the platinum, they are said to be impurities of the less active metals, which are not ionized, but they are straightly crumble down from the anode, and they are settle below the anode as a anode mud. So whatever the impurity which are present into the blister copper, it will not get ionized. So all the impurities from the anode, they are settled at the bottom of the anode, or they are settled at the bottom of your lead line tank. So these are the mud, these are the dirt, these are the muds which are obtained from the anodes, and that's why they are said to be a anode mud. So they are settled at the bottom of the anode, or either the electrolytic cell. From anode mud, here from the anode mud, precious metal like your silver, gold and the platinums are recovered. At the applied voltage, so the specific voltage is given, and that specific voltage is set into the battery, and that specific voltage is allowed to pass into the electrolyte. So at a particular applied voltage, the copper plus ions, they are specifically discharged at the cathode, that is your pure copper strip, and thus the pure copper is deposited on the cathode. Electro refined copper is about 99.99% pure. The schematic representation of electrolysis is shown here. So what happened here? By passing electrical current, we study the mechanism. So our electrolyte is your copper sulfate. It will get ionized into the copper plus plus and SO4 minus minus. As it is 50%, so remaining 85% is your water. Water get ionized into the H plus and the OH minus. So it contains the two cation, copper plus plus and the H plus. But the copper is inactive metal which are placed at the bottom of the activity series. So they are selectively discharged at the cathode. So here the cathode is nothing but your pure copper strip. So copper plus plus, when they are migrated or attracted towards the cathode, at the surface the cathodic reaction or the cathodic discharge take place, where the copper plus plus ions which are present in a electrolyte, they are accept the electron and they are deposited as a copper. As anode is active, this is the example of the active anode. As the copper anode, they are deep in a copper sulfate solution. It contains its own salt solution. So here the active anode itself gives the reaction. They are participated in a chemical reaction. So anode is your blister copper which contain the impurity. It produces the copper plus plus ions, and it lose the electron. Loss of electron, that is the oxidation reaction, is always take place on a anode. Whatever the impurities which are present along with that blister coppers, they are not ionized, or at that particular it does not have a enough voltage. So that's why the more active metals which is below than your copper, like your silver, platinum or either the gold, they are crumbled down and they are settled at the bottom, and they are called as a anode mud. Whereas the more active metals, they are not ionized due to the less voltage. In this way, the blister coppers, it will get dissolved into the electrolyte and producing the more pure copper plus plus ions, metallic cation into the electrolyte. This process continued until all the blister anode is get exhausted or dissolved into the electrolyte, and you will get producing the pure copper onto the cathode surface. So this process are said to be a electroplating. So here you will see that this is the plate. With the help of that plate, this cathode which they are made from the pure copper, they are dipped in a copper sulfate solution. It also contain the, no doubt, it also contain the anode, that is they are cast into the several blister copper plates. So that blister copper which are made as a anode, they are dissolved in a electrolytic solution, and that copper plus plus which are coming from that blister copper, they are attracted towards the pure copper strip, that is your cathode, where the reduction reaction take place, and the pure copper is deposited on the surface of your method. So from your blister copper, we are going to obtain the extra pure metal, that is from impure copper we are going to obtain the pure copper, and whatever the impurities, that impurities they are settled automatically at the bottom of the electrolytic cells. So that simple process are said to be a electro refining. So here we studied the two application of the electrolysis. The first one is the electroplating, and the second one is the electro refining. So thank you for today's lecture. Hope you understand the concept of the application of the electrolysis, that is the mechanism of the electrolysis. So thank you for today's lecture. Thank you.